So none of that was recording, but now I gotta say what I gotta say. But my critiques start now in case somebody was following along with me and theirs came out like garbage. So basically, what I suggest for this type of fabric, first of all, if you're gonna use a fabric that is not stretchy like this, there's no give, there's nothing to it. I would suggest using parchment or wax paper, or just butcher paper, any sort of paper, in order to make a rubric, draft, cutout, reference thingy, so you could trace, basically, just a template to trace. Use that paper, trace whatever your reference is. For me, it was this high-waisted bathing suit. So once I trace out my template, I'm going to actually, I want to even look at it and shoot about 2 to 3 inches more around the whole garment that you're referencing. Because of this material not being stretchy, you want to be able to have enough fabric, a big enough template to work with, so that way whenever you sew right sides together, flip it inside out, and end product here, you want to still be able to get it over your hips. This will not get over my hips. I just made this. This is probably an extra small. There's no way I'll be able to get in here unless I shave off my hips, basically. So that's just for reference for this type of material. If you're using a spandex material or anything else that's stretchy, you know what, it might work, but even then I would still add an inch or inch and a half onto your piece, because you're still going to be sewing it. There's still going to be excess fabric on the inside of it when you sew sides together. So just to keep that in mind. But now to the stitching, I would recommend utilizing that technique for a wax paper or parchment paper to trace. That way your pieces come out even. This is uneven pieces, obviously, and I just made it work. Oh wow, that's bad, terrible. These should have sat right inside one another and been sewn inside one another. More like this. This is the larger portion. The tinier portion is sewn inside of it. See how it sits inside? That also is correct on how to position it, but the pieces were not, you know, of course I'm working with raggedy pieces, so the pieces are not going to be fitting cohesive. This one was smaller than this one. It needs to be lined up, and maybe if I had a solid template to trace my pieces of fabric out individually, they would probably line up, but I'm freehanding it, so my measurements are off. Is how it should look. This is seamless. Seamless. Consider it the front, but just glad I could do it with you. Obviously, this is nowhere near something I would want somebody to do, but I'm glad to do it with you. It was definitely fun. I might actually try again with another fabric like this that is stretchy. Go for maybe like
whenever you're ready, sweetheart.